As far as I know, it's not an actual government building. It's a social services center. It might be government. It might be nonprofit. I'm not actually sure. But they are rendering services to the people in that area. And it appears that that was what was specifically targeted.
We have met the terrorists. It is Syrian refugees. So this is what I'm terrorized by. Syrian refugees. We got all this nonsense debates about Christian terrorists and the NRA. Here, what Christian terrorists do we have in the country? What terrorist attacks have they done here? None, right? You want to talk about probability and statistics and who's likely to cause you harm. It's Syrian refugees. It's the Muslim terrorists. Day in, day out. When is it going to be in your neighborhood? I guarantee it's coming. Okay? You want to be scared of something? Be scared of something rational. The Syrian Muslim refugee terrorists. They're everywhere. They're in Oregon, they're in California, they're in New Jersey, they're in Texas, they're everywhere. They're in Colorado, they're everywhere. Syrian refugees are the terrorists. Muslims are the terrorists. Muslims terrorizing everybody everywhere. Non-stop terrorism everywhere. How many times are we going to allow this? It happens every week. Now it happens several times a week. And we're held hostage by the Muslim terrorists as people get butchered, massacred over and over again in the country. God damn it, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so fucking mad. Let's go invade countries based on Muslim percentage of the country. We're gonna rip your fucking house down, man. Our children are massacred by the Planned Parenthood, and we don't know a goddamn thing about it. Oh, why? Because they're Syrian refugees. Fuck Syrian refugees. Fuck Muslim. Fuck terrorists. Fuck Muslim terrorists. Talk about how historically pathetic the Democratic Party is. The Democratic Party is gone. Before the election, we talked about, there might be a Republican civil war. I didn't talk about it, but the rest of the press couldn't stop talking about it. Oh, what will the Republicans do, right? No. The question is, what's the Democratic Party going to do to rise from the ashes? Because they are in ashes. And I'll tell you this right now, we are in total fucking war, okay? I'm not talking about the Republican Party. Yeah, sure, I'm happy to be at war with them. I'm happy to be at war with Trump, and it looks like I'm going to be for 4 years. But I'm at war with the Democratic Party, this corporatist, weak, spineless, pathetic party. So the DNC, you think we're coming for you? You're goddamn right we're coming for you. We're going to pulverize the DNC. We're going to rip it to shreds so that none of those idiot loser corporatists could ever screw up an election like this again. New York Times now has it at 95% chance that Donald Trump is going to be president. North Carolina has been called. It goes to Donald Trump. And Wisconsin and Michigan still leaning red. Brought to you by the fucking morons at the Democratic Party.
These are the memes that eventually convinced the Cincinnati Zoo to delete their Twitter and Facebook pages. Another unarmed African American shot dead. Let's show you another example. They shot my husband. And that's
a real person. Okay, that's so nice of them to do that.
I think that's Gabourey Sidibe, but I could be wrong.
I'm not sure.
Here's another example. What y'all think would have happened to this gorilla? Rest in peace, Harambe. And then let's show you another example. Remember that kid that jumped into the gorilla tank? This is him. Feel old yet? Yeah.
Really funny.
And then let's give you guys one more. All gorilla lives matter.
Okay, so BuzzFeed explains that 4chan started at least the bridge jumping stuff. And so at that point, I hadn't read into the racist Harambe memes yet. But as Anna can attest to, I predicted it. I was like, let's look into this because I bet that I would be surprised if people didn't take this in a racist direction. Mm-hmm. And of course they did. And so, okay guys, look, I know that some people think racism is really funny. Probably because they never suffered it. So they never got denied a house. They never got charged so much more money for financing. So whether it was financing a car or a house, and even though they're poor, they have to pay an extra penalty. They never dealt with that, so they think it's hilarious. Mm-hmm. And they family members never got shot. So haha, it's really funny. I mean, I can go on and on, right? Zoe Tur, she's a transgender reporter. Now, he's the one threatening to take her rights away, right? So you can understand why she's a little touchy about that. If somebody was looking to take my rights away, I'd be pretty pissed, right? He's the one that's constantly, belittling her and saying, "Oh, I'm not hating you. I just think, I feel sad for you." Oh, you were born that way? I feel sad for you. Okay. So let's be clear on who started this. Okay. Apparently, according to Shapiro, Zoe Tur also said, "You can cut that out now, or you'll go home in an ambulance." Okay. Ooh, Ben got really scared from that. Big Bad Ben? Not exactly. Little Bad Ben? So then Zoe apparently said, "I'll see you in the parking lot." And CNN security reportedly escorted the commentator to his vehicle. Okay, so let's pause right there. Now look, things got a little heated. You shouldn't make threats like that. I get it, right? But I love how Shapiro's like, "She called me a little boy. CNN, mommy, please help me. Gabriel, I'm afraid about going to my car." But wait, I thought you felt sad for her. I thought you were the tough guy. What? He was caught on tape also saying this. Well, you're not so tough anymore. That's weird.
I'm not going to debate this guy. You're a hatchet man. I don't know what anyone in the media takes you seriously. All you do is lie. You're known as the biggest liar in media. You're the biggest liar in media.
Give him a lie, loser. There's nobody watching this show, dude.
Guys, can you get out of my set, please?
Don't get too mad. We gotta
go.
Well, Chris, he's actually mad. He's actually really upset.
Sorry, can you get out?
Hey, don't touch my camera.
You want fucking attention. Get off the stage, you fat fuck. Get off. Get off the, yeah, you do. You
touch my camera.
Get the fuck off the stage.
The Saudi Arabians aren't funny enough. You don't see
Hey,
first of all, let me explain something.
No, Jake, relax.
Hold on. We're against Saudi Arabia, you dumbass! We talk about that all the time! We talk about that all the time! You don't know shit! What, do you think the lizard people are in charge? No. Is that what you think? You're pissed. We're kicking your ass. Is that what you think? You're the anti-liberal and you're pissed. Bullshit! We're being nice here. You know what I care about? I care about the American people. Good. You're the one flipping out. Anybody hurt? I'm being nice. I'm not right. Everybody get the fuck off my stage! Get the fuck off my stage!
I have no respect for women who voted for Trump, okay?
Yeah, me too.
I think so poorly of them, and the reason why is because, look, I don't think that you're a single issue voter. I just think you're dumb, okay? I think you're fucking dumb. When you vote for someone who openly treats women like second-class citizens, who talks about them as if they're nothing more than a piece of meat, who has been accused of sexually assaulting them, who has been caught on tape talking about groping them and grabbing them by the pussy without consent, yeah, you're an idiot. You're an idiot,
yes.
Okay? You are voting against your best interests. I'm losing my mind tonight because of how stupid the majority of the country is.
Yeah.
I have a hard time not disliking friends of mine who support Hillary. And
Wow.
I know that that's not a nice thing to say, and I really don't care. I understand if they might be ignorant on some policy ideas, but I have friends that I have sat down with and had very detailed conversations. Look, I'm not here for a fucking hobby, okay? This is what I do for my career, okay? This is what I live for. So it's not like I'm reading some headlines and I'm like, hey, I want to engage in some political discourse. No. So I sit down and I explain to them in so many different ways. I had conversations about Hillary Clinton's support of private prisons, Hillary Clinton's support of for-profit colleges, Hillary's support of ridiculous foreign policy that has only perpetuated more war, detailed explanations for why she is not a good progressive candidate.
Yeah.
And they reject that evidence. And so how is it possible for me to respect them after that?
So the fact that we know the policies better just because of the nature of our job, they don't give us any credit for that. Like, so a mechanic would get credit for knowing cars better, right?
A doctor would get credit for knowing how to operate on a fucking heart, right? So how insulting would it be if I walked into a surgeon performing open heart surgery and I said, you know what? I think that artery needs some work.
There's a mountain of problems with the Obama administration. This Benghazi's a ding, ding, ding. Get the fuck out of here with Benghazi.
Yeah,
It's a tiny little fucking thing, man. Oh, they changed it from attacks to demonstrations. Who gives a fuck about that? Move the fuck on already, man. Jesus Christ, I'm so sick of this Benghazi. If it's a problem for the Obama administration, which I have said from the goddamn beginning that it's a slight problem, It's like this much of a problem. All right, oh, the ambassador died. Yeah, that's terrible. 4 people died. That's terrible. Yeah, I agree with you. How about the fucking nearly 3,000 people who died under your fucking watch? Why don't we do goddamn hearings and nonstop? Why don't we talk for 8 years about the gross incompetence of the fucking Republicans, George goddamn W. Bush, and Dick Cheney? Let's sit in fucking Crawford for a month as they're about to attack us. You got a memo that said Bin Laden determined to attack inside the United States of America. You didn't do anything about that. 3,000 Americans died. Now you want to talk about Benghazi and 4 Americans. Oh, and you changed it from attacks to fucking demonstrations. Fuck you. Move the fuck on. And look, I know Fox News. All right, okay, oh yeah, Benghazi, we're going to drink everybody. The rest of the media, just shut them up. Like, stop talking about what Fox News is talking about. They do it on, have you fucking not caught on? They do it on purpose. They want CNN and the rest of New York Times. Oh, Benghazi. Oh, they're doing hearings. Oh, Darrell Issa, you're doing hearings? That's interesting. Fuck off. Okay? Okay, I can do hearings. Okay, I'm going to do a hearing about what Darrell Issa, is he a wife beater? I'm going to do, oh, it's hearings. Let's talk about it. It's really important. No, it's not.